Anything you see in the media, in physical realm, I guarantee they're using it in spirit realm. And anything they're using in spirit realm has not yet manifested but will, I guarantee you it's coming to this planet. Because this planet is the hodgepodge of every species. And any technology that's been used in this galaxy will be used on this earth, either has been, is, or will be, prior to the return of Christ, and as we go into the millennium. This is what leads us to Armageddon. As we take it further, this leads to the final battle before Judgment Day after the millennium. So isn't it great to have 1,000 years to practice what you're doing? Get your energy clear, so that when that true line in the sand is drawn, you can take your white sword in confidence and help me take out Lucifer and his army. Anybody want to go? Let's do some more practicing. Are you making your lists?
Checking it twice.
I give you permission to ask for whatever I need. Ask for councils to be gathered. Ask for Elohim to give a blessing. Ask for the circles to be brought together. Ask for whatever the Spirit is telling you to ask for as we go into this next section. I'm going to play a song, and I want you to focus on what you can see in my colors. Some of you can see aura. Some of you can just see lights and darks. Some of you can see patterns. Some of you can see the gamma rays. There are all these gifts you guys have. This is a different venue because we're so spread out, and it's less personal than we're able to do, and so far back. So I'm going to ask Jeremy to get close-ups of, now you'll notice some of the jewelry and everything, it's intentional with the energy, and I'm sending, there's certain messages that come with the color. And we're going to play a song, and I'm also going to use some koi balls that I have not practiced with, so you're going to be nice to me, but you can vision in the islands as dance, and that's actually a form of weaponry as well. So think of that. And then we have a different kind of the semi-sound with the rainbow, and I've seen it in vision, and I was scared because I've never used them, and I was going to do it in January, but I love them so much, I'm going to try it anyway. So you're going to watch me work through more of my insecurity and my fear. One, singing, dancing. I'm clearing energy on tattoos, showing skin. What else? Hairstyles, colors, facial expressions, the hand motions I use, the jewelry. Colors are energy. It's all energy. And as you open your mind, you realize everything is energy. And there's an interplay between your energy and whatever you put on your body, and it can actually talk to you. Inanimate objects are not, that's not a thing. Rocks talk. They have spirit. The carpet can talk. The walls can talk. And you can think I'm crazy, or you can choose to ask Father if I'm telling the truth. And maybe the next time you see your dog, he'll look at you, you'll look in his eyes, and you'll go, he wants his belly scratched. And you take it a step further, you got in your yard, and you ask the tree permission if you can touch its leaves before you dump all your junk you've been carrying around all day. Or you sit on the grass and have a picnic, and tell the grass you love it, and you feel the grass love you back. And when you get to that place where you can show gratitude for everything and everyone, that clears your heart energy, and you have greater love you're giving and receiving. Can you feel how heavy that just got? Why are we depressed? Let's clear depression, anxiety, fear, forlorn, sadness, irritation, frustration, peeved, pissed, heartache, heartbreak, broken heart, angst, disloyal, betrayal, jealousy, frustration, I hate myself, pretend love. We're talking pure love, which has no selfishness. tell your heart to beat again. This one always makes me cry, so maybe I'll put my sunglasses on and invite you back there. So. And let's do the lyrics. Slave trade, we have satanic ritual, we have people in hiding. We're going to work on all of that. And I want those who suffer from this, are suffering or have, to know that I hear you, I see you, and I feel you. And I've been there, and I'm there, and I'll be with you every step of the way. So sometimes it comes. Tell your heart to beat again. This one always makes me cry, so maybe I'll put my sunglasses on and invite you back there. So. And let's do the lyrics on that. Practice, okay? I don't even know if the beat to this will work, but that'll be on me to it. Or interfere or send a frequency or a program or emotion, and it can come from both the light or the dark side. So pay attention when you hear that ringing in the ears, what that imbalance is in the force, what they're trying to communicate or what they're trying to do or accomplish, whether it's from the light or the dark. It can be in left ear, right ear, or both ears. And it's actually where it can be a spiritual gift of discernment and can become a language. Lots of different ways to have the gift of tongues. Joseph never specifically went into all the ways you can have the gift of tongues, and it doesn't necessarily mean the physical tongue. Lots of languages. Remembering in the spirit realm that it's telepathic conversation. So these ministering angels and guardian angels very often are our ancestors. And depending on who you are now or then, or who you will be, who you were designed to become or created to become, that all goes into play with who is guarding you or who is ministering to you. Ask those questions. And we do have giants that guard us. Sometimes they're 30 to 50 feet tall, and sometimes they're 12 to 14 feet tall. Most of the light words that guard me are anywhere from 12 to 15 feet to 30 to 60 feet. And I don't just have those in human form of men and women. I have very large creatures and animals that also do that as well. This is another plain one. All right, let's go on to protein coding work. We have more abuse energy coming up. It's really big, so we're going to keep clearing that. People are comfortable with strangers about 3 feet out at least. When you get to know somebody to talk, you might be here. You know, like in Seinfeld with the close talker guy. Remember that one? And he had social distancing problems. Get that? And he's like right there. And it was a thing. And they called him the close talker. We all know people like that. I've had a lot of them in the last 7 years. I'm like, I love you, but you're in my space. And you'll notice people will back up. And the people that don't have those boundaries will move forward. And you back up. And they move forward. And before you know it, you're like this. And that line that started there is moving with you. It's a real thing. And it happens in the spirit realm too. And so when you set those boundaries on a spirit level and bring them into a conscious physical level, your vibration, your energy will go up. If you have a specific mission to clear energy for certain people, you can and will fill those cords. And then you can ask, can I cut these cords? You're going to get a yes all the time on certain people. And there may be some that you made covenants or contracts with that are not completed. Got that? Okay, let's listen to a song. Let's see which one. I don't know what you played, so if I repeat, I'm just going to go on what feels good. How about AC/DC, Back in Black? We started out the day like that. Might as well come full circle. When we're talking about portals and cycles and patterns, we're getting ready to complete a very large circle, a very large pattern, a very large cycle, and a very large portal. You notice the circles and the patterns we've been doing today. That's all been intentional cycles. Figure eights, circles, cycles. You'll have cycles within cycles or portals within portals. This is where we have things like sacred geometry. We'll talk a little bit more about that now. How about AC/DC, Back in Black? We started out the day like that. Might as well come full circle. When we're talking about portals and cycles and patterns, we're getting ready to complete a very large circle, a very large pattern, a very large cycle, and a very large portal. You notice the circles and the patterns we've been doing today. That's all been intentional cycles. Figure eights, circles, cycles. You'll have cycles within cycles or portals within portals. This is where we have things like sacred geometry. We'll talk a little bit more about that now. I need to roll down. Okay, stand up, stretch your legs, and gratitude for earth. That can also be a grounding technique. I'm just going to give you those today in the interest of time. But we are working on those right now, so thank you guys for bringing that to consciousness. Has the Lord shown himself to a large group recently? Yes, he does all the time. Not on this planet, although he is going to, he does make appearances all the time to individuals in small gatherings, but large gatherings, not yet, not for a long time. And he and Father and Elohim have been with us here today, as well as Joseph. I just want to publicly thank them for coming to class today. Even though we've released or removed fears, emotions, something may come up to remind us of it, and it comes back with a vengeance. Do we simply work on it again and again? Yes, it's coming back because it still hasn't cleared, and there's deeper layers. So you just need to ask the questions. Why is that boomeranging back? Why hasn't it cleared? What other attachments are there that I need to clear? What am I not remembering that happened to me? What other emotions am I not seeing or hearing or feeling? What vibrations are there? So go back and ask those questions. It means it hasn't fully cleared if it keeps coming back. I still have memories of past probations that were very painful. I have memories of rapes and all kinds of stuff, and I'm still clearing that myself. But I can talk to you about it without crying. I can have real emotion, but not break down. I can actually acknowledge it happened, and the heartache and emotion associated with it, on a lot of those, is completely gone. And then I have others that I haven't dealt with yet that surface as I clear out and I'm ready for that. And that's like that with any experience we have. The loss of a loved one, the death of a child, if we drowned in a probation before, and so we have a fear of water, things like
multiple
that.
places, multiple probations.
All right, I'm going to hold it right there, and we'll be back in a minute. So guys in the back, for this, let's Scott, you have another couple videos that you could do and play some music just to give me a few minutes while I clear that picture. And there's deeper layers, so you just need to ask the questions. Why is that boomeranging back? Why hasn't it cleared? What other attachments are there that I need to clear? What am I not remembering that happened to me? What other emotions am I not seeing or hearing or feeling? What vibrations are there? So go back and ask those questions. It means it hasn't fully cleared if it keeps coming back. I still have memory of past probations that were very painful. I have memories of rapes and all kinds of stuff. And I'm still clearing that myself. But I can talk to you about it without crying. I can have real emotion, but not break down. I can actually acknowledge it happened, and the heartache and emotion associated with it, on a lot of those, is completely gone. And then I have others that I haven't dealt with yet that surface as I clear out, and I'm ready for that. And that's like that with any experience we have. The loss of a loved one, the death of a child, if we drowned in a probation before, and so we have a fear of water, things like
multiple
that.
places, multiple probations.
All right, I'm going to hold it right there, and we'll be back in a minute. So guys in the back, for this, Scott, you have another couple videos that you could do and play some music just to give me a few minutes while I clear back there. I want to be here for that last video that we do. And before we do the very last video, in between that, it's already a little after 4:30. Then I have the Becca Shea Awake that I want to wait. I want to play that right before we watch the last video. Does that make sense? Okay, so you can play whatever videos or music you want. You guys work that out between you, and I'm going to go change and be right back and clear some of this because I've got to take a break. I'm hurt pretty bad.
Costume change.
Okay,
Woo!
here's this. And then this gives you guys a chance to process, take notes, and work through some of your own pain, okay?
Don't give her those questions. You haven't answered any of mine.